This is a sketchy jump spot. I gotta like back it off really quick so I don't hit the rocks. Just the right speed now. Plenty of steering. Yeah, guys, this is good. Arrma just released a new monster truck that I think a bunch of people wanted to see. If you like the Gorgon but wanted a little bit more speed, a little bit more power, and maybe a little bit more style, then this is definitely a truck you need to check out. It's the new Arrma QUAKE 223S. And today in this video, I'm gonna show you what's new and different about the truck, hit the dirt, and then go speed test it because supposedly this thing goes 50 miles an hour. I'm pretty excited to go over the Quake with you guys, and we're gonna start off with the body, which is primarily Lexan, and it's shaped like a pickup truck, looks really cool, but check this out, this rocky-like texture on it. This is printed on the outside in a matte finish. All the green here is glossy. The decals are applied separately, and it's got the driver's name on the side, Rick T scale, but this is the really cool part. These front and rear areas, these are textured to look like rock as well, but these are molded pieces, so these are gonna take a lot of abuse. And it's actually part of the body mounting system. You can see another piece of it here up top, and it's just got to make a really solid structure for the front and rear so the body doesn't collapse or get crushed when you're tumbling. And another cool feature is they have a brace underneath it. Let me pop this body off to help support the rear bed area, which often cracks. So they thought about everything here. Look at those body mounting posts. Those look pretty solid. And it's got the newer clip system. The Gorgon had this dangling clip that was attached to the body. And this new clip setup slides right in, locks the body in place. Definitely love the look of it, and it's available in 3 different colors, which is really awesome. I think purple is my favorite. I didn't get to choose the color. Arrma was nice enough to send this over for us to check out, but let's get into the truck now. So the chassis section, that's gonna look really familiar. That is borrowed from the Gorgon. It's a monocoque style chassis. The battery loads in from the bottom. You just push these 2 side clips. This door will pop out. That's where you slide your battery pack in. And it's a really rigid structure. I bet you could stand on this thing and it's not gonna budge on you. The other thing with this chassis setup is it integrates the bulkheads, it integrates the transmission into it, so there's a lot less parts. And the downside to that is if you do go and manage to break the chassis part, you have to go and replace everything. However, I don't think that's happened on the Gorgon. I don't really see it happen. Everything looks really well bulked up on this. The shock towers are separate pieces, and these are really heavy duty as well, all composite. And then into the suspension, pulled from the Gorgon, really heavy duty caster blocks and steering knuckles, even large bearings out in those steering knuckles, 14mm hexes, all built up. Good stuff that we love from Arrma, that we loved on the Gorgon. The color of the bumpers, this bright green is really gonna pop. Same with the rear bumper, the rear skid molded in the green, looks really cool. Rear suspension, H-arm with a fixed upper link, heavy duty looking hubs on the outside. This is all proven stuff, again, from the Gorgon. And then the shocks, large bore, oil filled composite shocks, got a nice feel to it. Even has the shock shaft protector so dirt doesn't work its way into the seals, lessens the chance of that happening. And then into the transmission. So since it's 2-wheel drive, it's rear wheel drive, and it has massive gears on the inside of the transmission set up, a huge looking differential with metal gears on the inside of it. So you got some differential action. Everything is supported by ball bearings. It has a slipper clutch underneath the gear cover here. All good stuff for a basher truck. Slider drive shafts, those look heavy duty. Those send power out to these large monster truck tires, kind of a Chevron-like tire since it's a monster truck. However, it's broken up into lugs. Absolutely love the look of it with the Arrma logo on the side. Bright green wheels, those are definitely gonna pop when you're ripping around. And now we gotta talk about the electronics in here. So it's got a standard Spectrum servo in the front, and now it has the 223S system. So yes, you can run 2S, 3S. This is a 2-in-1 setup, so the receiver is part of the speed controller. It is fan cooled, which is kind of a must nowadays with brushless systems running on 3S packs especially. Large heat sink under that. And then back here we have a 4,000 kV brushless motor to power this thing. This is supposed to hit 50 plus miles an hour, and Arrma has been on point with their speeds. Excited to test that out, but here's a very cool feature I'm excited to see on this. They included the large cooling fan for that motor, because the downside with the Gorgon is the motor area is closed off, not getting a lot of airflow over it. So the stock motor gets hot with the Gorgon. And now with this brushless motor, you're gonna be going faster. This is gonna help cool things down. So really happy they added that. And of course, since we got more power, they went in through the wheelie bar on the back. Really cool truck. I threw a brushless system in my Gorgon. I said, this is a must happen. Arrma has to do it. And they went and made the Quake instead, which is just as awesome of a concept. But I got a little bit more to show you guys. Check this out over here. This is something I've been like asking for forever. I mentioned this to one of the Horizon guys a very long time ago. Adding a decal to the radio system so you know what car it's for. And look at that, they've got a Quake decal on it and it's color coded to match the color of the truck. That's absolutely awesome. This is a Spectrum SLT2. It has the DSC setup. This system has the stability control. It's going to give you some steering inputs to help you keep control of the car. Also has the switches here so you can set the throttle to 50, 75, and 100% for beginners. Really like that it comes with the DSC now and it can be turned off if you want to. It has a couple of different modes. Definitely check that out in the instruction manual. This is what else comes with it. You get your instruction sheets, you get some shock preload clips, a multi-tool, and then they give you the Allen wrenches with this too. Absolutely awesome. Arrma totally stepping up. The only thing you're gonna need for this, or the only things you're gonna need for this, is either a 2 or 3S battery pack, a charger, and 4 AA batteries. I'm gonna go charge up my packs right now. We're gonna head out to dirt and we're gonna have some fun with the Quake. Time to see what the Quake's all about, RC drivers. Got a fresh 3S pack in there, plenty of dirt to rip up, and we're just gonna throttle this thing. Switching things up, going right to the big mound, get some air off of this bad boy. Oh man, the shrubbery has grown. The shrubbery. Here we go, air time. Oh, this thing has got some serious backflip potential. I gotta find a spot to do that, but first up, we're just gonna take it easy, make sure this thing's good. Plenty of power on tap. And it seems pretty durable too. Front gets a little light, obviously, with all that power. Yeah, you know what? We're just gonna go right for the backflip off of a flat drop off here. So let's see if we can do it. Yup, that was awesome. All right, already a huge fan of the Quake. We're only a few minutes into it. This thing's a beast, guys. I mean, I'm just quarter throttling this thing. It just wants to pull those front wheels right up in the air. Plenty of sand flying off these tires. Definitely like the lugs on them. Here we go, back at it. Hill climb, plenty of power. Oh, little flip on the top. It's a basher. It's bashing. I mean, that's just like half throttle, guys. This thing's got so much power on tap. Let me see if I could wind it up here in this rough terrain. No, oh man, it just wants to pull wheelies. You know, guys, I'm kind of thinking I probably should have went with a 2S pack. But yeah, 3S is sick. Let's see if we can do another backflip here. Yeah. Landings are a little rough here with this soft, squishy sand, but it's got plenty of steering off power. Look at this. That front suspension just drops down. That wheel hooks up, gets this thing turned right around off power. On power though, you can see the front end just gets light. You know, guys, I want to step things down a bit. I think I'm gonna go throw a 2S pack in here. Keep saying it, I'm just gonna go do it. All right, guys, back at it with a 2S pack in the truck now. Also changed up cameras so I could drive with 2 hands. I know some people don't like when I drive with 1 hand, but I'm trying to get the good shots. That's what it's all about, right? So you can see the action up close. All right, much smoother now, obviously. Much more drivable. Still a little pop in the front end, still a little light. Yeah, this is much better on the bottom end now. You could really use the power, so much more drivable. Oh, perfect. Just the right speed now. Plenty of steering. Yeah, guys, this is good. Still pulls the wheels up. Yeah, we could still do a wheelie, but that power band on the bottom end, usable. This is where it's at. Easier to correct too. Those tires have a lot of traction. With the Gorgon tires, I think there's a little slip with those chevrons. With these individual lugs, it definitely gives you some more grip. Quake, definitely a cool truck. Now you need to see how fast it goes. Here we go, RC Driver Speed Run Road. I got 12 satellites today. That's pretty awesome. Let's get this thing started. Let's see if this bad boy hits 50 miles an hour. Looks good, no cars. Trim it out a little. Ooh, it's almost perfect out of the box. A little pull there. All right, I think we got it. Here we go. Take it easy and roll into this one. Here we go. Oh, no, not into the mud puddle. Oh, man. It pulled a wheelie. This is going to be a tough one. Almost in that mud puddle. Attempt number 2. Really slowly rolling into it. There we go. Oh. Pulled up just as I was about to hit full throttle. Let me see what we got on that. Stop. Whoa, we got 50 on that one. That's awesome. It pulled. I think it's got more than 50. Let's try this again. Side of the road seems a little smoother. Yeah, as soon as I hit the end, it just pulls those wheels up. It's got this like little extra burst of power. Look at that. At least it's pretty stable when it does a wheelie at high speed, right? That's insane. All right, I know we hit 50. Let's just check that run. 48 on that one. I know it does 50. That's a wild drive, guys. So 50 miles an hour on a 3S pack in a two-wheel drive monster truck is pretty wild. And I went back out, speed tested it on a 2S pack, hit 39 miles an hour. And I gotta tell you, the sweet spot for this truck is the 2S pack. When you throw a 3S in there, it is just so torquey, so throttle happy. It pulls the front end up all the time, and you wind up just kind of fighting it. And with a 2S pack, it's got a really manageable throttle curve. It allows the steering to work because the front end's on the ground, and I just found it way more fun to drive with a 2S pack in there. Jumps really well. Was a bit bouncy on the landings, as you saw. However, that dirt, it's really fluffy and squishy. So when it lands, it just pops up every RC that I bring there. But I think the truck handles well. It's definitely going to handle well for those getting into the hobby. And I think that's what this is focused on. People that want to get in with a cool monster truck, brushless, and have that range, that ability to go through the different throttle selection that you have with the radio system or the battery packs. So it's a really versatile truck for those getting into it, those that like the Gorgon platform. And it certainly has a cool, fun, wild look. And I love when Arrma does that. They make some really awesome bashers. This is definitely an awesome addition to the lineup. Didn't have any problems with it other than on the 3S pack. When transitioning from brake to throttle, there was a little bit of a hesitation there. I saw a little bit of like a stutter from the motor system. I didn't have any problems with the battery pack. I was able to just run it all the way down till it was flat. So why would you get this truck? Well, if you like the concept of the Gorgon and you wanted a brushless system right out of the box, this is definitely the way to go. It's a solid beast, and I'll have links for it in the video description below.